And I am so excited to present to you to the stage Devinder Kumar, a fantastic child nutrition director, friend of mine, and here to talk to us more about how to engage employees with our school meal program. So let's give it up for Devinder while we enjoy our working lunch.
Good enough. I gave you guys the option to eat or listen to me. So you guys went for the second option, and now that's not going to be good enough. Good afternoon. Now it feels like everyone has a churros, or maybe not. Well, let's give it up for our good friend Erin Primer for emceeing today's event. Since she's not here, we can talk everything funny about her, but let's not do that today. Welcome again. Welcome back from a lunch. Thank you so much for coming in and making a time for us. Thank you for coming to the 10th Annual Wellness Summit. And boy, oh boy, last 2 years has been, not last 2 years, last 2 days has been nothing but filled with such a great education, networking, and a data. And I'm just overwhelmed to see each and every one of you doing what you are doing. Means I want to be you, I want to be you, I want to be you. I definitely want to be you. I am absolutely going to be you. So all that. All right, enough about that. With a raise of a hand, how many of you heard me yesterday? Go ahead and go turn on your feedback, your Facebook feed rather. No, that was a joke. And how many of you are in a nutrition services? 1, 2, perfect. So this presentation today is actually intended to benefit nutrition service through every single person sitting in here that's not in the nutrition service. This is one of the very innovative way we applied some of creative thinking and were able to support our nutrition program department. Also, we're able to create a equitable, scalable, and a replicable model that you can take back to your schools, and we'll be able to share all the lesson learned and success stories for the last 3 years. So having said that, my name is Devinder Kumar. I'm a senior director of student health and wellness for 2 schools in Central Valley, Wonderful College Prep Academy in Delano and Wonderful College Prep Academy in Lost Hill, California. And today I'm presenting a case study, nurturing ambassadorship through an employee meal program and a culinary excellence. And then again, I want to talk about the emerging holistic benefits, including wellness, advocacy, equality, engagement, and positive school atmosphere that can be achieved easily if everyone in this room, including my nutrition service peeps, believe in it and also rooting for the exact same cause. By the end of this presentation, we will conclude that the entire school ecosystem can be improved by highlighting the continuous commitment to investing in employees' well-being and culinary excellence. So tell me, with a raise of a hand, show me how many of you are ready to listen to me for next 20 minutes. Yes, that's promising. So everything that I'm showing you today is our actual dining. That's the reason I wanted to have you guys have an option to grab a meal before my presentation, because I'm going to be talking about food all day long. In this case study, we delve into a Wonderful College Prep Academy's innovative approach to fostering ambassadorship among its staff through the employee meal program and incorporation of culinary excellence. I keep diving into a culinary excellence. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. This program prioritizes employee wellness, transforms staff members into advocates for the healthy eating, and establishes a holistic, positive impact on the entire school community. Before this program, we surveyed about 600 faculty and staff, and results were heartbreaking. 73% of our staff did not utilize school dining. 19% of our staff brought their own food for the right reason. Either it was a dietary preference or cost or convenience. 46% of our staff went out and purchased their food somewhere else during their school day. 9% skipped their meals. That's the most heartbreaking for me. For the whatever the reason might be, we can go deep into what would be the impact of skipping your meal, either it's a breakfast or lunch. Then again, 58% did not know what were we serving in our dining those days. Boys, you can say Devinder did a really lousy job that day. And we did, and we own up to that. And this is the survey. This was a eye opener for us to see things differently. This was a one of the reason why am I standing here and pleading for this thing. Some of you know me for a long time. You know I don't do data dump slides for the right reason, because number one, I can't read that many things, and number two, I can't talk about that many things in the same time. But I am going to spend most of my time out of the 20 plus minutes allocated for this presentation on this slide and talk about the impact of when your staff member don't eat in a school dining halls. There are several potential disadvantages that could arise. Missed opportunity for connection. Imagine we talk about silos whole day long. This department is not talking to that department, is not talking to that department. There is an opportunity to bring all the departments on a shared table. Guess what did we do? We let them go out and grab a Taco Bell. That's a Taco Bell joke for some other time, right? Decrease morale and engagement. Limited cross promotion. Either it's a promotion of their program within our department or promotion of our program to them. Lost learning opportunities. Informal discussion during lunch breaks. Also increased stress and a burnout. How many of you are dealing with the retention issues? I guarantee none of you are dealing with the retention issues, right? I'm the only one. So if you are dealing with the retention issues, how are you finding a time to talk to your employees? I think lunch may very well be a really, really good icebreaker for all of us to sit there and just listen to people regardless of whatever they are going through. That's the opportunity we miss. Undermines the sense of inclusivity. When there is a meals from all over the globe, and then there is no representation from the teachers to not even acknowledge the food, but also acknowledge our students going through the same thing. Missed awareness of a culinary offering. 58% of my staff did not know what were we serving. That's a shame for me. And I took that to heart, and I made sure every single one had an app on their phone to see what are we offering on a daily basis. Potential cultural disconnect, we touched on that a little bit earlier. Reduced engagement in wellness initiatives. All those cross-department and interdisciplinary things that we want to talk about, we missed an opportunity to bring everyone together on that shared table, shared platform, and did not tell them that we are here in it together with them. I want to continue to talk on this slide, but let me move to the next one and we'll come back to how did we tackle all this whole everything. The simple answer to go through the entire process and make this thing go away, or at least not have that much of a heartbreaking result, was to invest in a staff's well-being, which led to more engaged, informed, and a healthier staff community, higher retention rates, and our open house are held within the dining hall. That means any teacher who's coming to be hired for our school, those all are held in a dining hall. That way we can say, you are part of us starting today. And if we are not giving them a home away from a home, then what are we doing? Who knows that what they are going through? Regardless, means 21% is a food insecurity, and where I am in a Kern County. So who knows who's dealing with what? I read a quote. I read actually a study. It talks about the San Francisco that everyone in San Francisco in a blue-collar job is a one paycheck away from becoming a homeless. Is that the case in your school district? If that's the case, then how are you making sure that you are a part of the solution by providing something that they do not have to spend the money on? Well, the question is, how do we do this? How do we do this? Well, idea was you bring all the strategic partners, senior leadership, decision maker, subject matter expert to the table and propose a plan as professionally as you can, or you can do this, beg, which I did. I plead, this is Chef Kelly, this is my partner in crime. She oversees our hospitality. I begged and plead for this whole thing, and we not even were able to get to the finish line, but also we got to the finish line by creating excitement. Excitement around food, excitement around people, excitement around culture, and moreover, excitement just in general, just to celebrate people. And we knew that we had a lot of work to do right from the beginning, and that did not stop from doing that. As I mentioned earlier, or I maybe didn't mention earlier, that I joined Wonderful College Prep Academy about 3.5 years ago. My background is a very small university on that side called Stanford University. I spent 10 years with them managing their dining program, and I wanted to bring spirit of a higher education, campus dining, global citizenship, health, wellness, and nutrition-centric experience for everyone who sets a step on our campuses, regardless of your age, regardless of what you do, either you're staff or not staff, you're faculty or not faculty, you're a student or just a visitor. We wanted to be a part of the change and a part of those storytellers that can take what we are doing and maybe change something around them. We wanted to bring Latin station, global station, pasta station, grab and enjoy, even though I never ever want them to go, but eventually they do all go. Purple Pantry, just to name a few, quite ambitious, but obviously we were able to do that, and we will talk how we were able to do that. Academic staff, one of their problem statement was that they do not have enough time. We tapped into some of the resources to bring grab and go fridge like I spoke earlier. We were able to capture about 29% of our staff to utilize that. Grab and go offers salads, sandwiches, paninis, parfait, fruit cups with a homemade tahini and all that fun stuff. For some reason, my videos are not playing all the way through. Bear with me, they eventually will. I'll share a QR code with you at the end, and then you guys can take with you. Then, obviously, doing that approach, it reduced the stress on our hotlines, resulting in a 10% faster service, additional meals from our academic staff. 80% of our staff that comes to a dining hall do go through that line to grab something from a grab and go and get going their way. How pleasant is that our chefs and the culinarians are doing global salads and concepts for them to try different things on a daily basis, and then you can go in there, grab and punch your number and get your merry way going. Yesterday I spoke about the Purple Pantry. 124 community members, including our students and staff, have restrictions or allergies to 24 food groups. So how do we tackle that? Obviously, we could tackle that by doing a Purple Pantry. That was a pinnacle for us to bring safe food for everyone involved. So Miss Patty does about 300 meals every single day. Those are labeled and customized to us, anyone's need and a desire. Remember earlier we talked about excitement? Well, dining hall named Harvest Hall became a hub for all the celebrations. Some of you heard me yesterday. This is a mini pumpkin patch in the heart of our dining hall. Very, very humbling to know that some of our students That was their first pumpkin patch. They have never been to pumpkin patch before this one. That gave us an inspiration to do things that they may or may not have seen or experienced. And next slide, I'm going to talk about things that they may or may not have seen or experienced was this thing. This was a collaborative project between our academic team, nutrition team, our elementary student. Those are all hand painted posters, and the big poster was made by our Miss Victoria. And this was a life-size gingerbread house sitting in the middle of our dining hall. Some of you are invited to visit us in a December in this room. We will have this one up and running by the time you come in there. So all this excitement we are doing for what? To celebrate and create an equitable experience for everyone. This is Mr. Morales. Mr. Morales is very, very regular to our dining hall since we are offering a free meals to every adult, and he happens to be a music director. So guess what? We have a live performances during a lunch. Imagine you're having a lunch and there is a mariachi playing and then there is a school symphony playing and they not even have an opportunity to showcase their talent, but also our ambience is a lot more cooler. Or as Dr. Lepresto said, that is the thing. That is the thing, right? We partner with the high school Soldiers of Change to bring tons of program geared towards bringing cultural events. Our first event was Lunar New Year Under the Sun. That showcase, we have a Filipino and Asian origin families. This was our homage to give them a food or a experience home away from a home. The chow mein noodles, there was a dan dan noodles. Actually, we did the dan dan noodle, Miss Erin, and then we did a full spread of culturally relevant dishes that were still compliant with the sodium and other things that need to be. So there was a lot of innovation going behind the scene for us to incorporate those things. And those are the things we were able to accomplish because everyone on campus was rooting for us. Every single person who came to dining hall was honored, was served with the humility, with the dignity, moreover, with the spirit of a servant. Remember, we are in a service industry, and this is the one thing that's going away. It's heartbreaking to see that it's going away, but we are in a hospitality, so that's in our name, hospitable. And this is exactly what we are doing. We celebrated a festival of color, Holi, in our dining hall, showcased the Indian origin and the history. We celebrated the entire Black History Month and showcased our African recipes. We have a community member that came in and actually cooked with us. One of the community member was really, really gracious enough to share their homemade Cajun spice recipe. And secret, by the way, is herbe de Provence. If you are a culinary peeps, take that note. Herbe de Provence. Do not go for anything else but herbe de Provence. Yes. And then, of course, everyone's favorite Latino Heritage Month and celebration. Taco stand, tamale stand, horchata. That's our healthier take on the horchata with the oat milk instead of a rice. Taquitos, fruit with a homemade tahine. And I'm just drooling and I haven't eaten, so. Right. Well, this was a slam dunk for us. Events like this were the days when we saw our adult participation went to whopping 93%. 93% of your adults believe in what you are doing. You are doing something right. The 7% didn't even show up that day. So just kidding. Yeah, they were absent. Absenteeism, right? Chronic absenteeism. So we are partnering with the chefs all over the globe. We partner with the chef Ileana de la Vega. That's one of the award-winning chef in Austin, Texas, to do a community class for our parents and our staff, and along with our student. This is a live chef demo. This is our vendor Cisco coming over. Chef Ruben was gracious enough to do a live demo for our high schoolers and our teachers. Any opportunity we have to showcase where we can go with the beautiful food and beautiful faces, we do that. Every single school dollar, I touched on that yesterday as well, every single school dollar we spend on a food goes through us now. That means we can get to keep that school money in the school to not even take care of all our people, all our scholars, but also build a sustainable nutrition service systems within. It helped us to create a dining ambassadorship among our adults. The unique program really helped steer that thing. When students or scholars sees their teacher eating at the same place, it promotes a sense of a camaraderie or community. It creates a more informal and approachable atmosphere, fostering a sense of a belonging and connection among students and their teachers. This can also lead to stronger teacher-student relationship, increased trust, and more positive learning environment. It also encourages open communication, exchanges ideas outside the formal classroom setting, which overall enhances the educational experience. And this is exactly what we're trying to do. Means we've been here for last 36 plus hours, and this is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to just create enhancement in our educational system. Regardless of whichever department you do, one thing I want you to take home with you is if you are investing within your employees' wellness, this will create equitable and scalable opportunities for them to not even do more within the campus, but also do outside of the campus. We have seen our teachers who come in and grab their breakfast and grab their heavy lunch. They say, I'm working late. I might not have an opportunity to make a dinner home. Hallelujah. Absolutely. This is the reason we are here for, right? This is exactly what we're doing. Now, here is let me have some drum roll. 76% of staff utilizes school dining. Only 1% brings their food from home, and most of the time they come and share with me because they want to share something with. 13% still purchase their food outside, but for the right reason. They just want to go away, and I'm all okay with that. 0.03% skip their meal, and still 5% don't know what we are serving. So those are the 5%. I have on a speed dial now. All this, remember, all this can happen when you have a partner and support groups like that. And it humbles me to share that CDE has been our biggest proponent from the day one. This is our showcase. About 3 months ago, our school was featured in a Forbes. Pause, applause, no, nothing? All right. Our school, no, that wasn't. I'm just checking still if you're still awake. So our school was featured in Forbes, and obviously we could not do that from the team that's behind the scenes. We grew from a 14 to whopping 61, who makes it look very, very, very easy. And definitely now our mantra is come for the academics and stay for the food. Here is today's presentation. Feel free to QR code and take the video with you. I'll be more than happy to share yesterday's video. Anyone has any questions for me? Yes. I thought you were like, yeah.
Can you remind me again how many of your staff were part-time, full-time?
So here's the unique thing. If you run your dining program as an enterprise like you do your business, then you can create more and more opportunities. 100% of my employees are full-time. 235 days schedule. Yeah, because we do not let any of the opportunity to keep the school dollar out of the school. It goes to nutrition. 100% of the meals is about, I remember we are only 2,500 student district, so close to a $750,000 revenue comes from straight from the employee program. All the events, all the ILCs, all of the back to school nights, all of the Mr. Fidel, where are you? All the lunches with the principal, all that money comes back in there. We're able to grow more and more and more. Why 14 to 61? After I just left it at 14, and same was good enough before my time, but same wasn't good enough for me. Great question, though. Anyone else? Yes.
Are the staff meals free, or do they?
So staff meals are paid by the school. So $750,000 that I'm talking about, that's funded by school. So that's a balanced budget through a school. If you are the decision maker listening to me, let's invest in our school community back in there, support their wellness. This is a part of your benefit. The benefit to work with the wonderful College Prep Academy is that we take care of your wellness as a part of your meal program and meal plans. That's a great question. Anyone else?
Well, just as a point of clarification, I'm not in the food and nutrition services department, but for us, I've been told we're not allowed to use district funds for employee food.
Wellness. So if it's it's under the wellness. It's a wellness program that we tell that one in there, and obviously this is a part of the wellness program where we are making this program excellent.
Okay.
It also sounds like it's coming out of Fund 1 and not 13. Right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else? All right. A little early for this, but thank you so much.
So great, as always. So many good tips. So many good tips, so many good things to share. And what we were talking about too, let's tie it all together. Earlier, we talked about how you can align your LCAP with your local school wellness policy goals. We've talked about how they're customizable and flexible. You see where I'm going here? I wonder if we could put staff wellness in our LCAP funding and pay for school meals out of Fund 1 through our LCAP. I'm seeing lots of ideas going over here. We're all like, okay, how are we going to do this? But I love that. So thank you for sharing that, Devinder. It's so great to see staff so engaged. And I love that your program is reflective of not just students being well-fed and engaged, but staff as well. It's a whole community. So I love seeing that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.